Hello. Today, I want to tell you about a new functionality that we have just recently commercialized called leanOPT. What leanOPT does is it drives the pipeline hydraulic profile for a liquid pipeline to the lowest pressures required on suction and discharge to achieve the desired flow rate, whether that be hydraulic max or some other scheduled flow rate. Why did we build this software? So the problem in the industry that I have seen is what, control room operators will lovingly call throttling. Throttling is when you have a pump station that has a process control valve on it and fixed speed pumps. And when those fixed speed pumps are, targeting a certain flow rate and it's too much, your PCV is throttling it off, right? So you want to try to keep your PCV open as much as possible. That results in wasted energy. And you see the same thing if you're on a variable frequency drive and you're not your control room operator, you're just not able to operate at that lean profile because you're busy, there's stuff going on, it's 2:00 in the morning. And so you'll see, on variable frequency drives as well, too much energy being used to actually achieve that flow rate. That results in unnecessary emissions as well. So, in our current sustainability and energy transition pushes, it's something that we have to be mindful of. 25% of our emissions that are scope 1 related to oil and gas are actually from the midstream sector. So on that midstream sector, this is something that we can do from a software perspective to start really lowering those emissions. So the solution, what exactly is the solution here and how does leanOPT play into that to solve that problem? So leanOPT is driving the hydraulic profile of your liquid pipeline down as much as possible, still achieving those flow rates, and also making sure that we don't go into slack condition. Slack condition, for those who don't know, is also called column separation, and not something you really want on your liquid pipeline, because when that column collapses, it's a lot of energy, and that energy can result over time in asset integrity issues, which could lead to leaks. So you do not want slack. So leanOPT, don't worry, no need to worry. It will not put your system in slack, but it will bring those to those lower pressures that are required to still achieve that flow rate or that maximum flow rate. So in real time, it's calculating, what those pressure set points should be and executing them on behalf of the control room operator. So that's really what it's doing. This functionality can be layered on top of PipeBot. Super, super functional, again, helping the control room operator operate safely and efficiently. Then what are the broader benefits, right? Like, what's the ROI here? Because I'm sure what everybody's asking. The ROI here is that in our historical data set, we've seen up to a 10% reduction in power. That's hard costs, right? So as a midstream operator, those hard costs you're passing on to your shippers in the form of tolls. Wouldn't it be fantastic if you could actually lower that on the variable toll? I'm sure shippers would love it. So that's a huge win. The second big win in terms of this solution and implementing leanOPT on your midstream pipelines for your control room operators is that we're also seeing that reduction in power translates to a reduction in emissions. So remember that 25% of scope 1 emission from oil and gas, that is the midstream. That's going to put a nice dent in that. And so what we're seeing, let's just imagine that we got that 10% savings on every pipeline in the US, and we were able to deploy PipeBot in every pipeline in the US. If we did that, we'd be getting 1 million metric tons per year of CO2 emission savings. That translates to 350,000 cars a year off the road. This is a significant and substantial reduction in emissions for the midstream sector. Hard costs, emission savings, easier for control room operators, kind of sounds like a win. So installing leanOPT and being able to operate at those lean profiles consistently, predictably, all the time, all control room operators, super valuable. I'd love to chat more down below what folks have seen in terms of, operating a lean hydraulic profile. I know that it's usually in standard operating procedures. So let's chat about it in the comments. Check out our LinkedIn and definitely subscribe here for some more pipeline fun stuff. So chat again soon.